Hey, what the fuck is up, Dennis? Anton Mantano here. As an enjoyer of noise, and especially heavy noise, I keep my eyes and ears peeled for all the weird, funky and wacky shit that's out there. Throughout the last couple of years, we've been blessed with some of the greatest albums, possibly, of all time. If not, at least in recent history. Albums that were genre-defying, game-changing trendsetters. This year in particular was filled with loads and loads of great albums, so I decided to hop on the trend and give my shitty opinion and what and who some of my favorite albums and artists of this year were. This list is in no particular order, so feel free to use the timestamps to skip around the video if you want. Starting off on a lighter note, the home team's Slow Bloom, an album that technically didn't come out in 2022, but it was released as a deluxe version, which added 2 new songs, and I really wanted to talk about them regardless, so I'll let it slide. A different approach to the mainstream pop punk. It's technical, it is great vocal delivery, 8-string guitars, phenomenal drumming. What do you want more? With all of the songs being really unique, it was really hard to pick a favorite. I went with the incredible album opener, Move It or Lose It. What a stunning song. It's incredibly catchy and the production really makes this one stand out to me. This song is full of little details. If you listen closely, you can hear the pick hit the guitar strings during the chorus, which really adds a nice texture to the already great guitar tone, and the fantastic layering of the pitch shifted vocals on top. Anyway, I really hope we get some new material soon, as it is one of the bands that I fell in love with over 2022. Bad Omens, The Death of Peace of Mind. It's pretty much a 50-50 ratio of heavy to moody, soft songs. Over the years, they really found their sound, starting off as kind of this budget Bring Me the Horizon that can now fully stand on its own, leaning more into a kind of dark pop meets metalcore sound. It really builds up the atmosphere in each of the songs with its thick, layered guitar riffs and ambient synths. The Grey is my pick for the top spot on this album. The song is just so fun. The catchy intro riff really has me headbanging in my chair like a lunatic. I love everything about this song. It's phenomenal drumming, fantastic vocal delivery, huge chorus, great production. It didn't even need a breakdown for me to be enjoyable. Overall, a fun yet still kind of depressing vibe that some people might not gel with, but personally I really like, because I'm weird like that. The Chronicles Trilogy by Void of Vision, the first Australian band on this list, and there are bound to be plenty more. I grew to love this band over the last year, being introduced to them after the Hyper Days Redux, released in 2021. The Chronicles Trilogy recently came to its end with Chronicles 3 Underworld, roughly 1 year after the first part was released. What a fantastic set of songs they released, although I don't know how to feel about their use of German in some of their songs. That is genuinely the only thing I can critique the Google Translator as German. Perhaps because it sounds hard, but anything can sound hard if you fucking scream it. Dominatrix is my favorite song on this trilogy. It might not be the heaviest song, but it surely is one of the catchiest. The entire song sets the mood for this new evolution of Void of Vision with their new auditory SM/goth show, and I mean this in the best possible way, and I cannot wait for what the future holds in store for them. The Lost and The Longing, a collaborative EP between the Australian Alpha Wolf and Welsh Holding Absence, two bands that I very much enjoy, albeit for different reasons. This is the first installment of new music since the release of both bands' full-length albums, A Quiet Place to Die in 2020 and The Greatest Mistake of My Life in 2021 respectively. This, however, isn't the first split EP under Holding Absence belt, as they previously released a split EP with fellow UK-based metalcore band Loath in 2018. Regardless, having these two seemingly opposite bands collaborate on this EP is really exciting. As said previously, I picked out 2 of the songs for a favourite spot, one for each band. The deciding process was extremely fucking difficult, as all of the 4 songs are fucking incredible and could easily stand on their own. Up first is Alpha Wolf's earth-shattering 6cm of Steel, a follow-up song to their 2020 album A Quiet Place to Die that perfectly encapsulates everything that Alpha Wolf is. Melodic anger with a great chorus, insane instrumentals, and hard-hitting vocal line. Lucas Woodland of Holding Absence makes an appearance as a guest feature, knocking it out of the park with great vocals during the chorus as a cherry on top. This is easily my favourite song of the entire year. You see, every time this song comes on, my neck is on the verge of breaking, and there's nothing I can do about it, and I wouldn't have it any other way. They should really put a fucking warning at the beginning of the song. It's not even funny. The Aching Longing is the first song of the EP that got released. It's a slightly angrier, more excited approach to Holding Absence's usually more melancholic style. The chunky rhythm guitar that opens up the track and the thick drums really drive this song's instrumental to perfection. Alpha Wolf's Lockie features on this song, ripping into the song and carving out a spot for his standout voice as usual. I really hope we can hear something similar from Holding Absence in the future.
I see it on your face. You plan me out. You hear the voices get too loud. They're screaming now. Hurrying you down what's in my head. It's pouring out. 'Cause you're out of stitches.
Johnny Frank, the Hawkfather, and his band have dropped another banger of an album. It's honestly great. I have nothing else to say. It features a great cast of guests with mostly very happy sounding yet slightly depressing songs. The only complaint that I have that is also not really a complaint are the 3 fairy title songs, as they take out a lot of momentum for the otherwise great set of songs. The Anabolic Spudsman. It has to be the thick edition, very important. This is the original version of the song that got cut from the album. Johnny mentioned on the 24-hour release stream that this song used to have a full-blown deathcore breakdown that got cut, promising to release it at a later date after Chen begged him to release it after hearing it, which he did, with Will Ramos from Lorna and Spencer Stewart from the band Camino as vocal features. This song is just stupid. It's dumb. It shouldn't work. But for some reason, it just does. It is stupid, fun, and I absolutely love it. Great American Ghost Torture World. I had to check this band out after hearing that they're supporting Polaris and Alpha Wolf's EU tour. Please go see them live if you have the opportunity. They blew my expectations out of the fucking water. This had to be one of the most fun shows I have ever been to. The vocalist, Ethan, I think his name is, even went to the pit during the show, which was quite entertaining. Besides that, the EP features great vocals from CJ from They Are Is Murder, bouncy hardcore riffs, great drumming, neck-breaking breakdowns. It's fucking nuts, dude. Death forgives no one. It's just a thematically, rhythmically, and atmospherically heavy track. The never-ending riffs and bouncy leads with every technique under the sun poured into the guitar work are a true delight. My personal highlight of this song is the little instrumental section in the middle of this song that you heard earlier, leading into a chorus followed by a minute-long breakdown. It's relentless in its execution and doesn't give you much room to breathe. Every time you think it's done, something even crazier happens. It's a very fun song live, and again, please go see them live if you get the opportunity and support them if you can.
It's not a reflection of what I glorify. Carbon eyes.
Northlane's Obsidian, the follow-up to their 2019 album Alien, with which Northlane finally found their sound and continued to evolve that sound on this album. The analog synths which are found throughout most of the songs, mixed in with the low-tuned guitars, really add a nice touch that we don't get to hear all too often, even in the modern metalcore environment. However, they did simplify some of the guitar work compared to their previous records, but hell, if it serves the song, so be it. There's no need to shoehorn in something if it doesn't fit the vision the guys have for their music. The track Carbonize, which was also released as a single prior to the album's release, won the top spot. What an absolutely stunning track. I really love the synths. The production on this song is fantastic. The ever so aggressive guitars, mixed in with the harmonics, sprinkled in between the chugs, really helped to give this song so much staying power.
Salam again. My spirit's infinite, definitely vomit on these hypocrites, these idiots. All legitimate, they move that shit, you are evicted. I cannot put that at the fire's lit. Out of pocket, open up my door, I fuck it and I'm blocking. Yo, hold up, man. Let me tell them. Elevate the world, that church ain't never stopping.
Five from the Gods, with their new album Soul Revolution, found its way onto this list. Five from the Gods is a band that I've had my eyes and ears on for quite some time now. I am really happy with how they're evolving their sound and that they get increasingly more popular with each releasing album, which they absolutely deserve in my opinion. The production on this record really improved compared to some of their older works. Everything is a lot clearer and I don't feel like anything gets either overheard or drowned out. Soul Revolution is a great take on the whole rap metal genre that I'm not awfully familiar with, but it's nothing out of the ordinary for this band, as demonstrated multiple times on this record and in their previous works. It packs fucking heat with the genty guitar riffs, great clean vocals during the chorus, and a short and sweet yet still mean breakdown.
You were the only one.
Well, it's Krewe, alright. Back on their way with a new metalcore-ish approach to their music, which all in all is a very welcome sight and something you don't hear all that much in the grand scheme of things. On a more serious note, you will never really know what you get with Krewe, be it an acoustic release like Kill the Sun or a straight up new metal album like Too Far Gone. Whatever they do, it feels like the whole band is behind it and they really give their all to make it as good of a record as it can be. As for a favorite, I couldn't really decide, so it's the entire thing. Yes, the entire thing. This is the only exception I'm going to make. All of the songs are just straight up 10 out of 10 songs. The guitars on this EP are just violent, fun, bouncy, with the occasional solo sprinkled in between the madness. To sum up, all of the songs are bangers, catchy as hell, and fun to throw on and just engulf yourself in the violence. My personal rating, angry, melodic, catchy, 10 out of 10. Spiritbox Rotoscope. As with every recent Spiritbox release, you never really know what's coming for you. Coming from the 2021 debut album Eternal Blue and also the incredibly hard-hitting single Holy Roller, the expectations were set really high. For me personally, they matched said expectations. The more industrial yet still uniquely Spiritbox-esque sound is more than welcome, going lower in tuning than ever before and relying more on heavy synth leads with almost hypnotic rhythms makes you feel really excited for what the music masterminds have in store for us next. Hysteria might be the softest song out of the three, of which all still hit like trucks. The chorus on this song is super catchy and might honestly be one of my favorite choruses of the year. What else do you want me to say? I just like low ass guitar tunings, okay? It's literally just drop E, go brr. That's all I'm here for. If it wasn't a good track, well, to be fair, the entire EP was pretty sick, I wouldn't be talking about it. Great vocals, as expected. Instrumentals are super sick, Spiritbox good.
Be up all night, but I'm paralyzed when the creature comes alive. 'Cause it's fight or fright in the full moonlight. You can run, but you can't hide. I can be honest, I can be human. I can become the silver bullet in your head.
Motionless and White scoring The End of the World is a great album, even though I feel some songs took a bit to get used to, but a bit of experimenting never hurt anyone. I really love the synths and the callbacks and continuations to some of their older songs. The guitars are immaculate as expected, fun riffs, great drumming, overall great instrumentals. The album features very diverse uses of vocal effects all over the record, which are very fitting for Chris's recognizable voice. The album also features a really cool cast of guests such as Brian Garrett from Knocked Loose or Mick Golden. Werewolf is one of the songs that recently started to grow on me while writing the script. This one had the potential to be a huge cringe fest. I am really glad to see that it didn't. It doesn't take itself that serious. Even with its Halloween/thriller-esque music video with the Michael Jackson red outfits and the callback to Rockwell's Somebody's Watching Me.
If I could, I would heal myself. Might I heal myself? That is what was within. So that's a vengeance.
A eulogy for those still here. Everything about this album just goes hard as fuck. It's good to see a band evolve without cutting out what makes them unique. It is mostly akin to the old formula, enhanced to give this album the Counterparts feel we're all here for, without making it feel like we're listening to the same album for the third time. It is all in all just a really solid, enjoyable album. There are so many good songs on this album, but Unwavering Vow is the one that I gel the most with. I really like the guitar work of the song. The riffs are crushing, the dissonant chords found throughout the song, the little drum fills here and there are a really nice touch. Everything in the song works so well, and the line, "If I could, I'd murder you myself," just goes so hard, especially when it leads into this mini breakdown. Monuments with the new album in Stasis, which was released 4 years after their last album, Phronesis. Ever since Animus released, I was really hyped for the new album. Andy, their new vocalist, is a great fit for Monuments. The dude just does so well in every band he's in, and I firmly believe he's a great asset to Monuments' repertoire. It's great to see the band expand their sound compared to the last release, and still experimenting with new things in their songs. False Providence is my song of choice. The instrumentals, as in all Monument songs, are insane. John Brown, the downpicked demigod, did it again. He wrote some of the most catchy, technically challenging guitar parts of this year. The production on this track is out of this world. The drums sound like gunshots, the vocal delivery and layering are phenomenal. The guitars, so much clarity and no definition thanks to John Brown's great playing. A mix to die for, absolutely great. Lorna sure didn't reinvent deathcore with Pain Remains, and they didn't need to, but they sure as hell gave it a more symphonic touch and a lot more explosive violence. This album has been on repeat ever since I first listened to it. It's addictive. I do not know what causes it, but I'm so down for that. The drumming on this record is absolutely fucking nuts. There's no other way I can describe it. That dude is an absolute machine. Will Ramos is also an absolute animal. That dude can make every disgusting noise mankind has ever heard. Probably it is insanely disgusting and I love it. I cannot express how much I love the soundscape of this entire album. That was that for my opinion on the album. I'll be talking about the breakdowns of this album during the next minute or so. If you don't care for that, feel free to skip it. It is fucked. The breakdowns in this fucking album just hit you square in the face, lay you out and send you straight to fucking La La Land. You can't make this shit up. It is vile, it is brutal. Every time you think it's over, it just gets worse. These moments are the reason why I love deathcore so much. Just balls to the wall violence and the loss of control just make this such a fun experience. And yes, I did just use this entire thing as an excuse to ramble on about how much I love breakdowns. I'm the clown running the show. I'll do whatever the fuck I want. Thank you for your attention.